Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Weekly Bytes. Today is March 6th, 2019. Hard to believe we're already into the month of March in 2019. It feels like just yesterday we were saying goodbye to 2018. Anyways, that's me just wishing time passed a bit slower. In the news, last week, the USB Consortium announced a brand new spec, USB 3.2, offering a whopping 20 gigabits a second. Double what USB 3.1 offered, still half of what Thunderbolt 3 offers. Just to shake things up though, they decided to rename everything instead of keeping the USB 3.2 spec just USB 3.2. You can now expect what used to be USB 3 is now going to be called USB 3.2 Gen 1. Previously it was USB 3.1 Gen 1. USB 3.1 Gen 2, which was the official USB 3.1 spec rated at 10 gigabits, is now going to be called USB 3.2 Gen 2. And the new USB 3.2 spec rated at 20 gigabits is going to be called USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. We'll do a whole explanation as to what the differences are and what it all used to be called. I don't know why it couldn't be just called USB 3.0, 3.1, and 3.2. Seems a bit too complicated if you go that route. Doubling down on USB news though, Intel has announced that they're releasing the Thunderbolt 3 spec to the USB Consortium to use royalty-free, which is excellent news for everybody who likes USB 3 and who likes Type-C connectors. Expect USB version 4 to be based on the Thunderbolt 3 spec, offering a whopping 40 gigabits a second, which Thunderbolt 3 has only been offering for the last number of years, and Type-C connectors everywhere. So you can pretty much expect USB 4 to look exactly like the Thunderbolt 3 port on the side of your laptop today. Rumors point to us getting a peek at the new Xbox console at E3 2019. Rumors also point to a 2 SKU rollout, an entry-level unit codenamed Lockhart, and an advanced version codenamed Anaconda. We talked about Anaconda earlier this year. Rumors also suggest Lockhart might be a driveless console that could potentially just stream games or just download them off the internet. Also, are we expecting Lockhart to be an Xbox One console instead of a next generation Xbox console? Rumors point to a May release of an Xbox One console without an optical drive. So we're going to have to wait and see if that comes to fruition. The Huawei P30 Pro is set to launch March 26, 2019. It's a launch that I'm eagerly anticipating given how successful and impressive the P20 Pro was. Battery life was killer on that, and I expect nothing less from the P30 Pro. Smart home device maker August has announced their own video doorbell to go head-to-head with Nest Hello and the Ring doorbell. The great thing about this one is it's going to be wireless, battery-powered, and sport 1440p video, which really steps up against its competition, which currently only offers 1080p. Corning, the maker of Gorilla Glass, has announced that they have developed a foldable, or rather bendable, sheet of glass to go in foldable phones. It is a 0.1 millimeter thick piece of glass that can bend around a 5 millimeter radius. Their goal, I guess, is to offer something much more durable with a lot more longevity than the plastic that Samsung has used in the Galaxy Fold. The only way to know if this is actually going to be true, though, is to develop, push out, and use it for a few years to see if there are any problems. It looks like CPUs from Intel really can't catch a break in the vulnerability news these days. Another vulnerability has been discovered and announced publicly by the people who discovered it. Spoiler, will now join Meltdown and Spectre on the growing list of CPU vulnerabilities. A second generation of Google Glass is coming, this time exclusively targeting the enterprise market. Rumors point to USB Type-C connectors, a Snapdragon 710 chipset, a RAM boost up to 3 gigabytes, Bluetooth 5, 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, and a whopping camera upgrade from the existing 8 megapixel sensor to a 32 megapixel sensor capable of capturing 4K video at 30 frames a second. By now you all know that Nvidia launched the GTX 1660 Ti. Well, rumors are that we can expect a GTX 1660 and a GTX 1650 to launch in the coming weeks. Rumors also suggest that an RTX 2050 is in the works and we should see that coming soon. Another price and spec leak has been found for the Ryzen 3000 series CPUs. This time we're seeing a whopping 16-core 32-thread processor that is listed at an equivalent of $560 US. This absolutely destroys the price per core of the Intel i9-9900K without wandering into the HEDT platform. We're going to have to see what Intel does to match or at least compete with this. Given how successful Ryzen CPUs are at multi-threading performance, we might have to wait for Intel's next generation CPUs to actually see some competition on the price point. And lastly, would you be interested in storing a copy of your driver's license on your Android smartphone? A sort of digital driver's license, because nobody leaves home without their cell phone, but we've all forgotten our wallets once in a while. I don't think so. Me neither. I'm not interested. It actually kind of creeps me out that my driver's license would be digital, and if a police officer pulled me over, that I'd have to hand over my cell phone. Something that we all don't want to give to the police right now. Why give them another reason to have it in their hands? So we're going to have to wait and see, but you might be able to see this in a future release of Android. Anyways, guys, that's it for the news for this week. We'll be back next week with more news. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down and leave us a comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out and the notification bell so that you know when we release another video. Have a great day.